Blessed is the Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has chosen faithful prophets to speak words of truth. Blessed is the Lord for the revelation of Torah, for Moses his servant, and Israel his people, and for the prophets of truth and righteousness. Let us praise God, who has touched us with his glory and called us to serve him, who has given us a Torah of truth, placing eternity in our lives. May he open our hearts to his Torah and fill us with love and reverence, that we may learn to do his will and serve him with a whole heart. One event stands out above all others in the memory of our people. When God revealed the Torah, no bird chirped, no fowl beat its wings, no ox bellowed, the angels did not sing, the sea did not stir, no creature uttered a sound. The world was silent and still, and the divine voice spoke, I am the Lord your God. When God unfolded Revelation, Moses was there. Helpless baby drawn from the river Nile, drafted into leadership, driven into wilderness, dreaming of milk and honey. And now, just shy of the promised land, his journey is over. Conclusions, the rabbis tell us, are enormously important. This week's text from the Hebrew Testament is Deuteronomy chapter 34, verses 1 through 12. In this conclusion to the fifth and final book of Torah, God takes Moses up to Mount Nebo so that he may, at the last, see the promised land, not only geographically, but as a vision, a glimpse of the future of the land and of his people. As for Moses, he is only a mortal man and must die. We are told that God takes Moses' life gently, al pi Adonai, by the mouth of Adonai, much as Adam was given life. No one knows who buried Moses. One midrash says it was the Creator. No one knows where Moses is buried. Another midrash says that the people who live in the valley of Mount Nebo say he's buried on the mountain. The people who live on the mountain say he's buried in the valley. We can't see his grave, but we are always aware of his lingering influence, and we turn back to God as he would have wished. Deuteronomy chapter 34. And Moses went up from the steppes of Moab to Mount Nebo, to the top of Pisgah, which faces Jericho. And the Lord let him see all the land, from the Gilead as far as Dan, and all Naphtali, and the land of Ephraim and Manasseh, and all the land of Judah as far as the hinder sea, and the Negeb, and the plain of the valley of Jericho, town of the palm trees, as far as Zoar. And the Lord said to him, This is the land that I swore to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, To your seed I will give it. I have let you see with your own eyes, but you shall not cross over there. And Moses, the Lord's servant, died there in the land of Moab by the word of the Lord. And he was buried in the glen in the land of Moab, opposite Beth Peor. And no man has known his burial place to this day. And Moses was 120 years old when he died. His eye had not grown bleary, and his sap had not fled. And the Israelites keened for Moses in the steppes of Moab 30 days. And the days of keening in mourning for Moses came to an end. And Joshua, son of Nun, was filled with a spirit of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hands upon him. And the Israelites heeded him and did as the Lord had charged Moses. But no prophet again arose in Israel like Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face, with all the signs and the portents which the Lord sent him to do in the land of Egypt, to Pharaoh and to all his servants and to all his land, and with all the strong hand and with all the great fear that Moses did before the eyes of all Israel.